And I'm back here with another video, and in this video I want to talk about things I wish I knew during my 20s. So I wrote down a couple notes just in case if I would forget. The first one is making friends in your 20s. So I know in your 20s you're still young, and you're trying to make friends, and especially if you're still going to school or or not going to school, trying to find, just be aware that making friends is okay, but don't force friendship, because at the end of the day, I feel like it's not gonna really benefit you. And maybe you just want friends, but I'm telling you, like, it's not gonna be worth it. It's gonna end badly. The second thing I want to talk about is not knowing what to do during your 20s, and that's huge. I mean, that's how I was. When I was in my early 20s, I did not know what I wanted to do. I was jumping majors when I was going to school. Like, I think I changed like maybe like 3 or 4 majors, and just be aware, like, it doesn't mean you have to go to school, but like when I was younger, my parents told me that, oh, you have to go to school. So I was kind of forced to go to school, try to find something and kind of make them happy, but I was never really happy on like the things I actually wanted to be. I would just say, like, it's okay, like, if you don't know what if you don't know what you're doing, and like you see other people, like, oh, it looks like they know what they're doing, like they're good, they're like being happy, but like everyone's in their heads, and like, trust me, like, the same thoughts that you're feeling, they're also feeling it too. Maybe they've been forced, or they just don't want to do it, or school's not their thing. But like, obviously, like, usually you never see someone sad or anything like that, 'cause it's all internal. Like, they're not gonna show that to everyone else. The third one is basically never too late to even switch. Like, let's say switch majors. Like, let's say, like, if you're doing a certain type of major, if you're going to school, obviously, or even if like in general you're not going to school, like you're just trying to say, like, oh, do videos or do something else like that has nothing to do with school. Like, don't be afraid to actually try it, because like all that negativity is not is gonna make things worse, and then like you're never gonna know until you actually try it. And even if you fail, I mean, like, still keep going, because if you fail like once, like, a lot of people just tend to be like, oh no, it's not for me. But if you actually genuinely enjoy it, and like you see yourself doing that, like, don't feel like it's not gonna work out. I'm telling you, just keep trying. Eventually everything's gonna come into play. And another thing I want to talk about is going to a gym, and basically for like and health. Reason why is because when I was in my early 20s, like, I was, I guess, fat, and obviously it caused issues as far as like health issues and stuff like that. And I was just lazy. Not that I really didn't care. I knew I had some issues, but I just was lazy. But I feel like health is number one thing you have, and that's not even just physical health, but like, I would say physical, mental health for sure. Because during my 20s, like, I was not doing all right in the head. Like, it was so not knowing what to do, and like not if I should make friends, or just like FOMO, like just a feeling of missing out, and like you were just trying to force things that weren't even there. And don't force things are not there that aren't there. I think you will learn, and if someone genuinely likes you for who you are, then obviously it would be a good connection. Because like, if you force something and it's not there, like, eventually you might be happy for a little bit, but that person's gonna end up leaving you, or you're doing too much, or basically you're not being yourself, you're trying to just fit in. And so I would just say, like, basically learn to like talk to a therapist, actually. Like, go see, like, if you can, you don't necessarily have to go to a gym, but like have like certain like a strict diet and stuff like that, just to kind of help you out. And there's always that stigma that, like, oh, like back when I was in my 20s, like, oh, like, you're crazy because like mental health and things like that. But like, nah, like, I feel like in this day and age now, like, I think like a lot of people need some therapy. And I think there's different therapies, right? It can be like the gym, or it can be like actually talking to a therapist, or just something that you like to, like drawing or anything. Anything can be like like mental therapy, something that makes you at ease. One of my other things that I would like to talk about is financial literacy, and I feel like that's kind of huge, because a lot of people just in their early 20s, and it's me, right? I mean, that was me before. Like, I was just like wasting money and not knowing what to do, or even know when to invest in, because I wasn't into that. I feel like you have to do like some research, and kind of like figure out your like where you, how you trying to save money, because like budget everything, because like later, I'm telling you, like it's gonna come later and bite you, especially with like if you have like debt, credit card debt, or even like school debt. Like it's gonna hurt in the long run. So I would say for sure, like make some good investments. And obviously, yeah, it's fine to kind of waste money on yourself or things like this. Don't get out of that. Don't get it like twisted. Like basically, like don't even like buy something that you don't really need at the moment. Like if you can wait, maybe there'll be a discount or later or the next day. Like I feel like you shouldn't just like buy anything, especially if it's super expensive. Just make sure it's necessities, and then maybe once in a while you can buy yourself something. And then another thing is like try to make genuine connections. Don't force things, and if they like you for who you are, thing to happen. I want to also talk about being alone. Being alone, like in your 20s. Being alone in your 20s, it's a good and a bad thing, I would say. Like obviously, like maybe like you're feeling down because you have like no friends, no connections. That is like a like kind of, it sucks or whatever, but at the same time, like being alone is actually could actually be a good thing, because it teaches you like discipline. It teaches you like how to handle things, and you can work on yourself. You can work on almost everything you ever wanted to do. You really don't have to kind of like do it for anyone else. Like do it for yourself, and doing that makes you more confident. And then like you would just find more, and basically all the relationships or friendships that are gonna come your way, because no one's gonna want to be like, oh, like maybe he has like issues that he hasn't like dealt with. Being alone helps you a lot of internally, and I think that's what like a lot of people struggle with nowadays, that it's okay to be alone. Everything's gonna work out itself. People are gonna come into your life. No one's gonna judge you, and who cares? Like if someone would asks you like, oh, let's go to the club, or let's go partying, let's go drinking. Tell them like no, like just ignore them, or just tell them no. Like, say that you're working on yourself or you're trying to get it, because if you start doing that, it's gonna start becoming a thing, and then like you're never gonna work because like you're trying to impress someone else. Like they're probably in the same situation as well. Have like a flocking season, I guess, because you're always first. Put yourself first. Don't, and who cares about like what other people say, like your parents, family. Like yeah, they can have advice or good advice, but like at the end of the day, it's your life. You make the decision yourself. Like who cares about what they say? And I know it's hard, because I was there too when I was in my 20s. Everything eventually works out. All the connections are gonna start coming in, and people are gonna notice it, like how you are now, or at least how after like if you were like not like doing so well. But yeah, like I guess kind of just to rephrase everything, it's good to make friends, but don't force the friendship. I don't like it's just a, is it just gonna make you sad and miserable if you can't be yourself, and no one likes you for who you are and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's good to stop worrying about that. It's okay to be alone. Next thing is like not knowing, like, no one really cares. I know obviously it's on our head. Like I still do it still today. Like when I'm just like, damn, like people are always judging or judging me. In reality, no one's really paying attention. It's just all you. I feel like that's what is holding a lot of people back, just because they're afraid to be judged. But they're not really being judged. Like no one really knows. No one cares, because they're worrying. Those people are worrying about what they're about themselves, and that person probably feels the same way. Like oh, they probably care about what other people think, but like nah. Like just focus on yourself, which comes with like the gym, like health and mental health and things like that. I feel like everything's beneficial, therapy and everything. And if you're going to school, it's fine to switch majors, and if you're not okay with it, like if it's too much, or if it's like if you're doing like some science based, like it's okay to switch majors. It's okay to not go to school too. Let's say like you try doing a social media influencer or anything like that. Like yeah, like it's okay. Like if it doesn't work out, like just keep trying. Or let's say you do drawing, and then you went to illustration. Like it's fine to do that. You're in your 20s. 20s is a learning experience, and that's where basically you get the most knowledge. And then everything's fine. It's fine to make mistakes. And then one huge thing I would say: learn how to manage money, especially in your early 20s, because if you start doing it the earlier you get onto it, the better, because like you'll have a lot of things that you want to do in the future, and then like they'll start like just accumulating everything. And then like, so I was like, go invest in stocks, money, save up, savings account, and everything that you can do. And it's okay to even like waste money on yourself or people you love and etc. Yeah, like maybe this video is a little bit awkward, but I'm still new to this. But I'm hoping like people in their early 20s something you get something out of this, because like your 20s, like it sucks. It may suck. Yeah, and obviously like maybe you might see other people doing succeeding, being successful, and like I mean you can be happy for that's cool for them, but like nah, you do you, keep doing you. Don't feel discouraged because like he got it first, or that, or she, or anyone that got it first before you. Like I feel like everything comes into play. Like God always has timing, and it wasn't your time, but there's always time. I wish someone would have told me that, because when I was younger, yeah, like I was just miserable. I didn't even know what to do. I started doing better maybe in my late 20s when it comes to like financially and mentally and then physically. Do I regret it? Yes and no. I mean, obviously, like I can't change the past, but I'm here now, and then I just want to explain that like it's okay. If it doesn't work out, focus on yourself, and then if other people you see other people, just be proud of them, and that's it. Move on. But yeah, don't feel like, don't have that negative thoughts fueling your mind, because that's gonna discourage you a lot, especially like your parents and family. Like if they say one thing like, oh, it's not working out, okay, who cares, it's not working out, but don't tell them what you're doing. Just keep going. Everything's gonna happen. Everything happens for a reason. 20s is okay to make mistakes, but I'm just letting you know that like make less mistakes, or at least start now so you can avoid major mistakes and down the line and then regret something that you couldn't do. And if you have a relationship, that's fine, cool. Like you can still have relationships, maybe go once in a while to partying, but like I'm telling you, like grinding season is here at the beginning of the year. I just want people to know it's okay if you still don't know what to do, still learning. I'm hoping like I help someone that's down or not feeling it, but like take care.